Sir Kumar Saranya. Sir, please let me know when we can start so that I will begin the conversations.
Ma'am, we can quickly check about the other speaker.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Ramesh, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Ramesh, sir, can we do a test run of your camera once, please? Hello, sir.
Hello. One second. I think there is an error with my camera. Let me check.
Sir, your voice is very low, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
No, my camera is not that good, I think.
Hello, sir. Ramesh, sir. Have you tried turning on your camera?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay, sir.
A serene ambience to nurture your creative minds. State-of-the-art infrastructure to achieve the elevated learning curve. A library that is a beacon of answers and inspiration. Dedicated professionals as faculties. A family of senior students to guide you at any moment. Cozy and comforting residential quarters that bloomed among the mother nature. Studying at McGann's is an aspiring architect's dream come true. Wayne, or the McGann's OT School of Architecture.
Sanil sir, can we start, sir?
Yeah, I was just I was just wanting to check whether Mr. Arigampan's camera is just working,
Okay.
and whether he will be sharing some presentation. We can just quickly find out, and we can immediately start.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Because, I think he's loading. Yeah, that is fine. He's loading, so it's fine.
Ramesh sir, do you have anything to present?
Yeah,
like-
I do have presentation for 10 slides, just 10 minutes of matter.
Okay.
You can-
Okay.
We'll take it up in a second.
Website, or you can share your screen also, sir.
Yeah, I can share my screen, but I thought Selva sir will be taking first.
Yes,
I
sir.
hear-
Yes. After
You-
Selvakumar sir only you will be taking, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Then I.
Yes. Thank you.
Can we start now?
Yes, sir. Just a moment, sir. To our respected guests, faculty, staff, and audience, a very pleasant evening. I'm Architect Saranya, Associate Professor at McGinn's Wood School of Architecture, and I'll be your moderator. On behalf of McGinn's Wood School of Architecture, it gives me introduce to our very prolific guests for today's webinar on the topic Career in Architecture as a part of Career Guidance 2021. I'm very delighted to take an opportunity to introduce the chief guest speaker for the day. He is none other than the senior director of CBRC, South Asia Private Limited. For 27 years of
The voice is breaking, Saranya. We could not able to hear you properly, and it's also echoing.
So somebody's mic is turned on. If the mics are muted, then I think it will be correct.
Okay, please, everybody mute your mic, unless otherwise you want to speak. Okay, carry on, Saranya.
Yes, sir. So, Architect Selvakumar has a has a 27 years of commendable success in architecture, project management, construction management, team management, design development, budgeting, cost savings, process implementation, client relationship management, site execution, and value engineering. Other than this, he has hands-on experience in handling project activities entailing resource management, tender evaluation, and contract management for large-scale projects. He has demonstrated excellence in spearheading construction projects involving project feasibility study, strategy formulation, and site execution. Significant exposure in planning, executing, and various estimation, engineering, and technical activities. He is very much able in negotiating and finalizing contract works with vendors and preparing tender documents for the same. He also possesses distinction in executing numerous projects including commercial, IT, residential, institutional, etc. On behalf of McGinn's Wood School of Architecture, I bid a very warm welcome to our renowned Chief Guest Architect S. Selvakumar, who took out his valuable time and joined us today to be a part of this program. We are honored to have you with us, sir. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Architect S. Selvakumar. On to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Saranya. It's a good and warm welcome, and you also told many things about me. Let me also give small introduction about myself. I am Architect Selvakumar, graduated and post-graduated from the School of Architecture and Planning, Anna University. I have finished my graduation in 1990 and post-graduation in 1992. Immediately, I went to Middle East, Saudi Arabia to work actually. My first job itself in Saudi Arabia, and I worked as a procurement head for the large-scale residential and commercial projects. I worked there for 4 years. After that, 1996, I went back to Singapore, and there I worked with a few companies. And I worked at the CKM consultants. They are the structural and architectural consultant. There I have done many projects. I stayed there for 10 years. And 2006, I came back to India, and I joined in a company called CB Richard Ellis, CBRE South Asia Private Limited. and it is the project management company, and established in '94 in India, and it is the Fortune 500 company with a ranking of 124 now. And when I joined, it was 456 level. Now it is improved, and 124th ranking is there. And along with us, there are many international project management consultants started this the project management business. And I will tell you later in my speak actually. And now I worked as I'm working as a senior associate director in charge for the operations in Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka and Andaman also. And in CBRE has got more than 10,000 people under his umbrella, and the project management division is around 3,000 people are working all over India actually. That is about my company and my career. I have done many projects, like Saranya said, I have done many projects, commercials, residential, institutional, hospitality division, and big complexes and big township, all those things I have involved in the career of 30 years, 27 years actually. And with the CBRE, this is my 14th year, starting from 2007 onwards. And many projects I worked, but I would like to tell you one thing. Though I am a holding Master of Architecture degree, I have a very less exposure in the designing actually. So that is what I would like to tell you people. This architecture will give you studies in architecture will give you a lot of career opportunity. And I spent around 27 years without even designing any building, but I am in the core division of appointing architect, appointing consultant, contractors, and execution the project. That's called project management services, and that also one of the area you can look into it actually. And now to start with this one, you have many opportunities starting from the your higher studies, number 1, then job opportunities, number 2, then number 3, government job opportunities, number 4, private job opportunities, number 5, your own practice, number 6, deviation from the architecture and go for different type of professions. So architecture will be Bachelor of Architecture will have a base course. You will give you a base course for you, and then you can from there you can develop many things. Today we are going to discuss about that one only. It is going to be interactive session, or only I am going to speak. Rania?
Sir, it will be interactive. Sir.
Yes, sir. It will be interactive.
Okay. So the people can ask anytime any questions to me. I can answer. And let's take your first step of higher studies. After finishing your architecture course, there are plenty of opportunity for your higher studies, and you can go for a Master of Architecture, General Architecture, or you can specialize on the landscape architecture, urban design, or real estate management. There are certain IIM like Calicut is giving real estate management MBA also. And School of Planning and Architecture, SP at Delhi, is giving us a building engineering and management course, and they are also offering urban design and landscape also. That all you can study, and you can also go for product design in National Institute of Designing, NID, and these are the opportunities available in India. And if you want to go, if you want to pursue your career on the project management side, there are many colleges is offering the project management, Master of Construction Management or Master of Project Management in India. NICMAR is one of the main college. NICMAR, National Institute of Construction Management Research, It is serving the campus in Pune, Hyderabad, and Goa, and you can apply that course with a Bachelor of Architecture degree, and you can also get into that get into the NICMAR course. NICMAR also offering different courses, and architecture is one. Construction management is one course. Project management is also available, and also quantity surveying (QS) is also there, and strategic planning also is there. So you can complete the it's a 2 year course in NICMAR, and also every year almost 100% placement is there on the NICMAR, and many companies like CBRE, JLL, Cushman Wakefield, Colliers, Knight Frank, like these are the companies are the international project management consultants. They go to NICMAR and take the people for their workforce. And other than that, there are a lot of construction companies like L&T, Shapoorji and Pallonji, and then Hindustan, big companies like that, and even small companies also go and take the resources from NICMAR. And it is one of the best institute for the project management studies. And if you are interested in the project management, maybe you have an opportunity to join in NICMAR also. And then the design development. There are a lot of private colleges and government colleges are offering Master of Architecture, General Architecture, and General in Design. And you can also join there. And these are the opportunities available in India, within India. And there are a variety of courses. You can go General Architecture, Landscape, Quantity Surveying, Construction Management, Project Management, Product Design, and Furniture Designs. And these are the courses after BArch you can do it actually. And same courses are available in abroad also. You can also go to US, UK, Europe, France, Germany, and New Zealand, Australia, Singapore. These are the countries with the big universities. You can apply for your master degree and get the same courses such as General Architecture, Construction Management, Project Management, General Management, and Product Design, and Building Engineering Management. All those things you can get opportunity there. And this is for your higher studies. Is there any questions regarding the opportunities on the higher studies? Maybe anybody can ask, I can tell you.
Good afternoon, Selva.
Good afternoon, Selva.
No, it is, see, you are one of those very rarest of the professional who is so very humble in saying, it has been about, that many years, still, I have not designed a building. Many people will keep boasting, but you are so very brutal in your, confession in making a very straightforward statement. Saying that I'm not designed, but you were the head of the country, at one point of time in representing one of the finest engineering construction management companies in the world, or in India. And the CBRE, you are aware that RSP did the Olympia Tech Park, and CBRE is the project management consultant. And I'm telling this forum, this entire 40 plus people who logged in and listened to this conversation, some people, there are two ways of looking at, what Mr. Selva is saying. In the sense, you don't have to be going on pursuing architecture, again, more and more courses in architecture, or you don't have to step on to pursuing your own practice. What Mr. Selva is saying, you can work in a construction management company or a project management company, understand the nuances of the engineering disciplines in the construction field, then come back to design, and life will be much better, because then you become a little more complete, lot more complete, because CBR is one such firm, who sometimes appoint the architects. They are the people who will appoint architects only. They are the people who will appoint architects. They will appoint the contractors. They will appoint services consultant, and also do the project management on the whole, or construction management on the whole or part, or whatever. And nothing goes without the knowledge or consent of such management consultants. So these people carry a lot of weightage in making the statement, deciding on how a construction sequence is supposed to happen, what is the budget of a client, what kind of deviations are allowed, what is the timeline of a project. Everything is determined by such management consultants. So Mr. Selva is saying, you can complete your BR, then move down to, suppose if you are not comfortable in pursuing a design immediately, because you studied architecture, you have to become a designer, you have to become an architect. But still, if you want to take some time, you can pursue a course, and particularly, he is from Singapore, he has worked in Singapore, and such experiences would help you script your future little better if you have to move, particularly when you have this arithmetic knowledge, engineering knowledge, supervision knowledge, on-site kind of a person, he or she, who can always move to this level of management companies. And I'm little candid in saying they get paid better than an architect. Their CTC or cost to companies are much higher than any of the architect representing any firm. The management consultants are on the top of the chain. They determine the fate of a project. They literally drive the project. So when a man of that caliber is making a statement, coming in for a speech, you guys should feel free to ask questions. How is it? What is it? What are the nuances involved in that kind of a consultancy, or that in representing that kind of an organization? So please feel free to ask the relevant doubts.
Exactly, Selva, thanks for your explanation.
Yes, Selva.
What I am telling you is, if you finish your architecture, it's not necessary that you have to be a designer alone. And there are plenty of other opportunities available in the market where you can pursue your career. That's what I am telling you. Though I hold Master of Architecture in General Design, I have not designed any building, but I have appointed many architects throughout my career. So you no need to be worried about that. Only you have to go for architecture and designing alone. There are plenty of other opportunities availability.
Absolutely, Silva. Absolutely. That is a very open and courageous and bold statement, to all these youngsters who are sitting and listening to this webinar. What kind of a dynamics an architectural course can give you. Without becoming an architect, without becoming a designer, there are multiple options is available is a statement. Please go on, Selva. Okay, and next, once you finish your higher studies, let us talk about your professional opportunities. And first thing is, let me go for the government opportunities. Finishing Bachelor of Architecture will allow you to write UPSC exams, and through that you can get into the CPWD, central government jobs. CPWD, big organizations like ISRO, or all the banks, and everybody will start employing the architects. So the opportunities are very narrow, but still, if you can able to crack the exams, definitely you can able to get into this type of jobs, and you will be heading these maybe even the entire state organization also. So that is a good opportunity. And if you take the state government, you are able to get into the job of HUDCO or CMDA, like a planner or assistant planner, or you can go in. You can get into the PWD. These are the things where you can get an opportunity. This is for the government side. And private sector, if you finish your Bachelor of Architecture, you can get into the lot of developers are there, and they need definitely the support of the architect. And though the developer engaging the architect for their design from the external, I have seen that every developer has got internally their own architect to coordinate the design and submissions, and then the detailed drawing
and a tendering event, everything coordinated by the architect. The company called in Chennai also, like Akshaya or Indialand, like these are the few companies which is the big developer. They also engage the architect like you, and the private sector also you have plenty of job opportunities. And another one is you can start your own practice after getting 1 or 2 years of experience with any leading architects. Then people can you can start your own practice. You can start with a small projects and they can grow a big way in that one. All the companies in Chennai, known to me also, started the small way only, but they are now engaging around 100 people or 150 people. They've grown up a big companies, and their income also very good actually. And some of the architects can determine the entire industry also. Like CR and Associates in Chennai, he's grown up very big, and he is the team leader in entire Chennai market, and he's done the project to pan India level also. There are many architects in pan India level which they can do the better practices, very nice practices, and they are doing the projects in all over the world, I can say. And even when you go for professional practice, you can get into some niche areas and develop your own skill, and then you can do good practices. And people are in the industry. They have we can able to they are specialized in certain areas like interior design or industrial design or residential design or big villas or housing individual houses or big housing residential projects or commercial projects. They all are specialized in certain areas, and they are doing good design and good professional practices. This is regarding the my input on my overview on the doing your own practices and job opportunities. Is there any questions from anyone regarding the job opportunities after you finish your course? If not, I can move to that. You mean even you get the job opportunities in the abroad also. Now throughout the world, Middle East is doing well, and they are doing a lot of projects, and they engage a lot of architects, Middle East and Singapore, and getting same architecture opportunity may not be so much lucrative in Europe and USA and Australia, because the construction industry is in low key there. But there you can, if you finish your architecture or project management course also, you can get into the job opportunities in Middle East and Singapore. And even India also, if you take that, a lot of companies are evolving as EPC, engineering, procurement and construction. They do the projects on design and build. For that, they will have their in-house architect team also. I have come across many companies like L&T, Shapoorji and Palonji, Elite, and these companies are quite big companies. They have their own in-house architect also. It need not be you need to do your own practice. Big companies like these companies also will hire you to be a part of their design team. They have their own design team. They do the design. They bid for the project as a design and build project. That also you get a lot of design opportunities also. Is there any questions? Let us be interactive session. Then only I can also come out with some nice speaking. Otherwise, it will be monologue now.
Sir, you can continue the talk, sir. Finally, we have an interactive session, question and answer session, sir.
Okay. Then the another interesting career opportunities for teaching. in Tamil Nadu, I don't know how many school of architectures are there in Tamil Nadu, but everybody require teaching professionals, and most of my college seniors, juniors, and everybody is now involved in either full-time teaching or part-time teaching. And teaching also quite interesting job, and you can enhance your knowledge, and then you can also it's also good remuneration, and there are plenty of colleges offering teaching services also. And if you join the any of the universities or any of the colleges, you can do the masters there, or you can do the PhD also there, continue your studies also. At the same time, you can also work. That opportunity is available. So and other opportunity is your own construction company. So there are a lot of architects. They do design and build and sell also. So a lot of projects, small residential projects or interior projects, they do the design and build. And for residential projects, they do their own development, and they have either go for joint venture partner, or they buy their own land and construct a few apartments and sell in the market also. That's also very lucrative business actually. And we are all these tier 2 cities like Coimbatore, Trichy, Madurai, Dindigul, Nagarkovil, Thoothukudi, and all such practices. I have seen such a practice are going on there, and that also very lucrative business, and you can make money also. So that in that also you can build up a career. I have seen many architects in Chennai also. For past 2 or 3 decades, they have developed as a developer, and they do their own designing and construct and sell. That also good opportunity. And I think that's all, Saranya. Maybe I have covered everything. And Selva, you want to touch anything more?
Yes, sir. There's a question in the public chat. So would you suggest going directly for masters after graduation, or work for a few years?
No, work for a few years is will give you the good insight about how you are going to pursue your masters. Again, it depends. If you want to go for project management services and all, you better work for 2 years, and then you can take up that further degree. And I have finished my post graduation continuously only since I got a great score, and the stipend also is a good stipend. At the time, it was equivalent to the salary which I am getting in the market. So I decided to continue my studies continuously. But I feel that working for a couple of years, then go for higher studies, always it's giving more advantage.
Okay, so thank you, sir. And thank you so much for your excellent coverage on architecture as a career and the wide spectrum of opportunities that are available. Thank you so much, sir. Now to the audience, we'll be playing a short video on McGinn's Ooty School of Architecture and its campus life. Over to you, Hari, sir.
A warm welcome to Mr. N. Murali Kumar, Chairman of the McGann's Ooty School of Architecture. First MOU under this new program will be signed with McGann's Ooty School of Architecture. which was started in 2008 under the chairmanship of Sri N. Murli Kumar. As a first step, CEPT will support the teaching and learning in the first year of McCann's bachelor's program in architecture.
The MOU will be signed by Dr. Bimal Patel and Sri Murali Kumaran. Heartiest congratulations to all of us.
McCann's is always focused on producing industry-ready professionals, starting with a 6 months to 1 year internship program as part of the Anna University curriculum. When it comes to students of final year's architectural thesis, our experienced faculties focus on educating the students on building bylaws, awareness of the urban context, etc. Through this, we ensure that our graduates practice in architectural forms of good standards. We also have a finishing school in our campus that we consider as an important part of the LEAD course. We also work in collaboration with the Collectorate of Nilgiris on various street art and public space development projects, starting at the local level itself. We recently signed an MOU with CEPT University and have started with the FSDS, Foundational Skills for Design Students program for the first year students, ensuring that we lay a very strong foundation at the base level. Thank you. The FSDS program, introduced in collaboration with CEPT University, we teach students basic design and the technical skills through interactive exercises.
The teaching methodology we follow is showing students step-by-step process of the video of the exercises and giving brief explanation of the same.
The exercise modules, which also involve working models, are formulated well in advance and are carefully sequenced to improve their quality of work.
We maintain a record of the feedback from students where they have responded positively to the course and found a significant improvement in the design abilities.
Hi, I'm Gautam Sunil and I'm from Trivandrum, Kerala, and I'm studying in McCann's School of Architecture, Ooty. FSDS, Foundation Studio for Design Students. Well, FSDS came in like a surprise. Even though it was hectic and was not part of our academic syllabus, it has given us a foundation on drawing and concepts on how to visualize and understand shapes in different angles. I still remember our assemblage assignments in which we had a lot of fun and how we spent a lot of time just to get a new shape which we haven't seen yet. So I'm pretty sure that the time we spend for FSDS will be helpful throughout the 5 years of GR course.
I Generally, in architectural education, particularly in the higher semesters, portfolios are considered to be very important. But in first year, we prioritize on the process more than everything.
After we came into the field of architecture, our perspective on singularity basically sustained as a result we had developed originality, creativity, and skill.
We understood architecture as a gateway to new dimension where we can create absolutely brilliant manner.
And then we learned about positive and negative space where imagination and creativity comes into play.
The exercises we have in first year primarily focus on three things: observation, exploration, and application. We expose the students to these techniques that helps them in approaching architectural design subsequently.
In the first year, we also make sure all the students orient themselves to the scope of art as architecture. We incorporate creative concepts of architectural history into art expressed and modern.
Also important in first year is bringing concepts of mathematics and architectural drawing, which is fundamental to the skill set required in the future semesters.
In second year, we make sure the students undergo a smooth transition from basic design concepts into architectural design specifically.
To be more sensitive towards spatial association with anthropology, we undertake a human study that exposes the students to the impact of architectural design on human to settlement levels.
Subjects like climatology help students to design spaces that incorporate the ideas of thermal comfort.
Also in this year, we introduce different techniques suitable for practical planning and construction of building projects in depth.
We felt a significant shift coming into the second year and exploring architectural design in detail. Our faculties ensure that we adapt well to the new concept we are exposed to.
We were taught various theoretical concepts such as thermal comfort, structural system, etc. that defined our design abilities.
Thank you, Harisa. Thank you, Aravind. Now, I would like to introduce to you all our next eminent guest and speaker, architect Ramesh Alagappan. He completed his bachelor's in architecture from Arulmigu Meenakshi Amman College of Engineering under Anna University and is pursuing his master's degree in urban, community and regional planning from IIT Kharagpur. He has been providing guidance and training students for NATA through his reputed institute, Seed NATA Coaching Center, Dindigul. We are very pleased to have here with us architect Ramesh Alagappan. On behalf of Megan's Ooty School of Architecture, I welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Good evening to all, and thank you for the introduction. So, can I share my screen?
Yes, sir. You can turn on your video also.
Yeah, I will. Okay, I think my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I hope the situations are good in your locations. So friends, if this would be an interactive session, I would be a little bit happy. So whenever question arises in your mind, just share it here. And I have planned to take 10 minutes from your precious time and discuss about NATA. And at last, for 10 minutes, I will be answering to your questions and wrap up within 20 minutes. Okay. So before getting into the topic, let me ask you a question that do someone know about NATA? Do someone have any idea about it? Okay, so whenever you open your mouth, you will be exposed to some. You will be getting some exposure, right? So without that, you can't be an architect. Like, you should be exposed yourself. So try to ask some questions. Even it is silly, it is okay. If not, let us proceed with. And in this session, like like what is NATA and how it will be related to architecture. So let us now discuss about the NATA in like 5 topics. Introduction to NATA. NATA timetable question types and eligibility criteria. Questions could be of means like what kind of questions they will be asking and why to choose architecture. So introduction to NATA, like this will be from the basics. So don't get tired. Like NATA is an entrance exam to test your skills, which is related to architecture field, right? This is conducted by the Council of Architecture, which has been constituted by the Government of India. Like this exam has been started since 2006, and this act provides for registration of architects, standard of education, recognized qualification, and standard of professionals. Under this act, they are conducting this NATA. So all deemed universities, affiliated colleges, IITs, NITs, all autonomous institutions will follow this COA. So without this NATA, you can't enter the world of architecture, right? The exam, okay. So and this time the exam is conducted twice, I think, and the second attempt is now coming up. So this will be the timetable that we are going to face the second attempt, which falls on the 11th of July. So everyone have this common doubt that if you attempt to do exams and in second attempt, if you got less marks or some things, so which will they take? So obviously they will take the best out of the two. Okay. Then the question types will be of multiple choice question. Multiple choice type means, that will be like, there will be multiple choices and they will be having a single correct answer. And multiple select type means they will be having multiple correct answers. So you should select both answers or 3 answers or all the above, something like that. So like that. Then preferential choice type, you will be selecting the correct sequential order. From the given list, like they will be giving 4 to 5 lists, and which will be the first and second, third, like that. And at the end, we will be having the numerical answer type, which is mathematical related with small kind of formulas that you have studied during 10th and 12th boards. So the eligibility criteria is that for passing the NATA, you must have that PCM, that is called Physics, Chemistry, Mathematics as your compulsory subject, and you must get a pass mark out of it for this NATA 2021, or else you must having a diploma course with mathematics as a subject. To enter an architecture college, you just need a NATA exam. You need to attempt the NATA exam, and for this year they are acquiring the pass mark, that is 70 out of 200. And the final call will be taken by the college by considering both NATA scores and 12th score, which consider 50-50 ratio. But in case of Mumbai colleges, they will be taking 60-40 ratio with 60 as NATA score and 40 as your 12th score. So moving into the slide of questions can be of following types, like in language and interpretation. Before getting into this, I would like to share these 2 slides. Which slide is more attractive, like this one or this one? Someone, please just open your mouth. Like, it's a simple question, like someone can answer. I think I am audible. Tarani ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Yes, sir.
Oh, I thought I am isolated. Okay, so the slide, while comparing these two slides, you will be seeing this as a more attractive because it has more information than this, but both are having the same kind of headings. You can just compare this. So I will explain this topic with this slide. So like in language and interpretation, they will be asking the grammatical questions which test your efficiency in English language. And in elements and principles of design is a basic thing that every NATA attempting student must know, which you will be learning from NATA coaching centers or even books, even if you are good at books like reading. Next is aesthetic sensitivity, which tells your creativity ability and sensitivity to your aesthetic character of a building, like how you see a building, like in which view, the lateral thinking kind of. So when coming to color theory, it speaks about the color combination. See, in a residence, the most attractive element will be the color of house. And the color combination improves the livable condition. At the same time, it expresses the mood. The type of color schemes are like monochromatic, which follows a single solid color. Analogous follows the continuous 3 colors of sets. And complementary means directly opposite colors. Like this, we do have multiple combinations. Like we can try many combinations that you can. If you use Photoshop, you will be getting knowing this. So now you must wonder that what is a color wheel he is talking about. Color wheels is just a considered like primary, tertiary, and secondary and tertiary colors. I think you all must know that primary means yellow, blue, red, and secondary means green, violet, and orange. So in visual perception, there comes a big topic where they will be testing your visual ability through dimensional drawings like perspectives. Like whether do you have the ability to convert what you see to the paper in the form of sketches, right? So in next is the building anatomy. We do have parts in our body, like in the same way the buildings do have. But here for different architectural style, the component varies. So you need to do an extensive reading on this particular topic. In building construction techniques, you must learn the topic types of foundation, types of bricks and bricks shapes, what are all the new available material. See, the material available in the market gets increased day by day, so please update that field so it will improve your overall final score. At last, you can go through the current affairs, which would carry less importance in my point of view. So I have told you the most preferable one and the least preferable one. So you can focus time on that kind of questions. Okay, let's move why to choose architecture over other courses. This is a general kind of thing. Now we have completed the NATA session. So do anyone have any doubt? Okay. In present world that every business is taken over by the artificial intelligence. Even in architectural field, they use artificial intelligence to stimulate the facade of the building based on the climatic conditions and such conditions. So, but that is not practically possible because it can be a best solution, but not the ideal one, right? So you can choose this course and you can be in the field till your last breath. There is no kind of no retirement age kind of things. So many architects work till 81 of their age and 90, something like that. So you don't want to sit in the home idle at the last age. And compared to the engineering colleges, we have only 860 colleges overall India, and out of that 400 plus have been started before 5 or 10 years only. So see the percentage growth in this architecture field and the importance to the architects in the developing country like India. See, and when you get into the college for any degree, there you should show some interest on that field. Similarly, architecture do need same interest. During NATA training period coaching, centers will be creating or boosting your interest toward that field. To maintain that interest, you should select the college which has peaceful environment Like mostly all architectural colleges will have such conditions. So generally, architects' loss of interest is comparatively less than the other field. We have seen in many cases the people are stick to certain limits in terms of creativity, except the field of architecture. So if you are a person with the creative skills, then you are on a right track. At the same time, maximum in every field, you have a retention age that I have discussed already. So in general life, like doctors, you also play an important role in every people's life, because one won't construct multiple houses other than mostly they won't construct more than a house, right? That will be his dream home. So that is in your hand. So you can change his life like whatever you want. So at last, architecture is not only a single stream, as Sir said. It has multiple subcategories like landscape, interior, sustainable, and which will come in future years in the name of elective subjects. So you can choose your stream and get success in that field. So to the last question that someone asked in the chat box, I will finish this. I need to add up something, ma'am. Can I?
Yes, sir.
So, wait. For joining the masters in continuous without work experience, right? So, sorry, I have switched off my camera. So see, it is based on your field, like what you select. So when you consider myself, like I have chosen urban design, which is completely different from architecture. So if I get experience from architecture for 2 to 3 years, like I will be in a different field. So I prefer if you try to join an urban design or sustainable architecture kind of things. So try to gain experience from that particular field in that 2 to 3 years. If you want to gain experience, or else you just join continuously if you are joining to a different field. I think that's all, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that excellent coverage on NATA and the career in architecture, why choose architecture. Thank you so much. Now to the audience, we'll be playing the continuation video on McGinn's UT School of Architecture and the campus life. Over to you, Hari sir. Aravind.
College has always relied on all-round development for the students, making them realize their full potential as social beings. The college has a great resource in the Alumni Association and has been adding on to it with its great initiatives such as alumni meet, conferences, in-house publications, among others. This has brought about an active cultural glimpse of which can be seen in the organization of events and participation of students in these meetings.
In third year, there is a major shift towards the technical aspects of architectural design, where the students are more conscious about the structure and services by default, having in mind the practicals.
Subjects like building process helps students figure out operational challenges associated with build spaces.
This is also a time where we concentrate on developing the site planning skills of the students, with the project skills being relatively larger than the previous semesters.
When we started our third year architecture design, we were educated more on the practicality of building construction that goes hand in hand with its end project.
We took on landscape projects such as housing development, office complexes, etc. that taught us the importance of site planning.
In the fourth year, we prepare the students to come up with more site contextual design, particularly in the urban context. This helps students to conceptualize design solutions at various levels of the built environment.
The students undertake an intensive data collection process in the site itself. A specificity that is chosen every year, and tools such as surveys, interviews, and photo documentations are employed in this process.
With this conceptual information, the students are able to design more efficiently and site-specific. The focus of creating more interactive spaces in their design.
This particular strength in architectural design also makes students aware about the scope and possibilities in the field of urban design as a career option in the future.
For our urban design studio this year, we undertook a structured survey and data collection study of 9 peri-urban settlements in Coimbatore.
We surveyed streets, junctions, and neighborhoods and identified issues faced by the local people to introduce.
We compared this data and came up with great design interventions to improve the quality of life of the community.
This is the culmination of knowledge acquired over the semesters, inculcated with the spirit of research in architecture.
We facilitate the students with a coherent line of independent thinking and let them express the very clear agendas for their own projects.
We offer the students an opportunity to experiment through the various tools and technologies of their own interest with the support of mentors.
Based on accepted norms with the consideration of social impact, which is well analyzed throughout the critical perspective, that would help strengthen their thesis process.
Our supervisors have guided us really well, regardless of the pandemic, and we feel really grateful to them.
A thesis was when we got to explore and come up with innovative ideas and technological improvements, and supervisors motivated us to think outside the box.
We've been trying to innovate and improve architectural education through systematic integration of research and analysis in various stages of development. We have organized setting up of our own online platform and even tried including different applications to supplement the concept of information for students even during the lockdown. Now the design pedagogy also includes interactive systems and tries to improve their achievement in integrating social skills, communications and discussion. This has been always our attempt, and the STEP Mechanism Association is one of the key steps
Thank you.
Thank you all. I request Dr. Sanil, our HO, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Yeah. Thank you, Sharanya ma'am. This is a series of webinars that we are hoping that will gather at least a lot of audience over a period of time. Like, we expect every student who's wanting a guidance, or who's wanting a consultation, or wanting a clarification, we are able to provide this information to them through a variety of architects, through a variety of experts who have been in this field for quite some time, and that we've been able to do it every day. We are trying to reach maximum days, we are trying to reach maximum time, we are providing as much as we can, and this has always been possible because of individuals like Selva Kumar sir, who've taken time out for this particular event, who've spent a good part of his evening, where he would be busy in a lot of activities and a lot of commitments. He's taken time out and he's given us this time. I am thanking him. Like, knowing his commitments day in and day out, it's a very big thing that he's doing. But I appreciate that he's been forthcoming, and he's taken time out, and he's discussed all the points that are related to a professional coming into architecture. And I appreciate his time and his words, and thank him from my side and from the side of my team who've been working with him. And I also thank our our guest of honor, architect Ramesh Aragappan, who's enlightened us with a very simple presentation but a very interactive understanding of how NATA is going to be visualized for the young students. So I'm hoping that he and his students are able to kind of get oriented and be a part of this. I'm hoping there are some of his students also in the meeting, what I understand. So I thank architect Ramesh Aragappan also for his time, and I also thank our able faculties, including our dean, principal Professor Suryakannan and his team, Arvind, and all the office staff who's helping us in this organization. We also thank our professors Sharanya and Professor Jaipriya and their team for organizing this event. And I also thank all the webinar participants who have been part of this interactive session. I'm hoping that this will be much more progressive as we move forward. And I thank you all, and I wish you all a very good evening, and hope to discuss and collaborate with Selva Kumar sir in the future as well in upcoming interactions and upcoming projects related to McGinn's. We are hoping, sir, that you will be able to take time out again for us in the near future. Looking forward to a small interaction with you in the coming days. I thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sunil.
Thank you, sir. And also, I would like to add that in case you need to know more about architecture, or more about details related to McGinn's or details related to NATA admissions, you can. I'm just forwarding the detail of our Professor Suryakannan. I'm asking him to just post his number so that anyone who's interested can get in touch with him and get details regarding the admission, regarding NATA reading material, or regarding NATA coaching options. All that, you can just give him a call. He would be available, and you can also give him a call regarding any architectural details or any architectural articles that you need to know about career in architecture. You can just give him a call. Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
state-of-the-art infrastructure to achieve the elevated learning curve, a library that is a beacon of answers and inspiration, dedicated professionals as faculties, a family of senior students to guide you at any moment. Cozy and comforting residential quarters that bloomed among Mother Nature. Studying at McCann's is an aspiring architect's dream come true. We are the McCann's OT School of Architecture.